In a small, dark room situated above a recent cybersecurity conference, a group of skilled hackers compete to breach the digital defenses of some of the biggest names in tech.
The people who are participating are the best of the best.
Brian Gorence oversees the annual Pwn to Own contest in Vancouver, Canada, where hackers expose security bugs in platforms designed by Apple, Microsoft, and others, and for big money. But this year's contest is different. For the first time in the competition's 12-year history, Tesla put its Model 3 to the test.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a lot more interesting. This year we have a lot of international participation, and so we had an individual from Singapore. We've had a Russian trying to come in and actually participate. Of course, he couldn't get a visa. When we launched, there was a lot of people asking about it, trying to get access to some of the software for the vehicle to start analyzing it, so that, basically simulating what an attacker would actually do in a real-world situation.
That's going to be an interesting challenge for us.
Yeah. Richard Zhu, who goes by Fluorescence, and Amat Kama, who goes by Aces, combined forces to form Team Fluoroacetate.
It's used as a pesticide, which is also a bug killer.
They set their sights on hacking Tesla's infotainment system. For that, they'll get $35,000 and the Tesla itself.
Car security is an up-and-coming thing, so it's very exciting to get into that area. Right now, the focus is shifting from desktop computers and traditional mobile devices to anything that is actually connected to the internet and can be attacked remotely, and this includes cars. And Tesla's Model 3 is definitely one of these targets.
Software security expert Steve Ginsburg came from Mountain View, California to watch Fluoroacetate and others take a crack at the Model 3.
Cars today are highly computerized. They are computers. Computers that are on the internet can be hacked. Hacked cars can be deadly.
Ginsburg says Tesla's participation in the contest is a step in the right direction and underscores the massive threat that internet-connected cars pose.
If somebody hacks into the browser on your computer, they can probably steal your credit card numbers. They might be able to get some malware onto your computer. But if this is the browser that's embedded in the center console of your car, now maybe you've got a serious problem.
In 2016, a team of Chinese researchers took remote control of the brakes to a Tesla Model S from 12 miles away. Tesla later delivered an over-the-air software update to fix the issue. The next year, the same team hacked a Tesla Model X, and this month they tricked Tesla's autopilot software into swerving into an oncoming traffic lane.
This concept of penetrate and patch isn't effective. Absent contests like this, waking people up, the first time people are really going to become aware of car hacking on a large scale is when there's some sort of major incident. My biggest concern is of a fleet-wide hack.
That's a term that was coined by Tesla CEO Elon Musk himself.
A fleet-wide hack?
At the National Governors Association in 2017.
In principle, if somebody was able to hack, say, all of the autonomous Teslas, that would be the end of Tesla.
If you can hack into one car, and if that car has the same software as, a couple of 100,000 other cars on the road right now, it's not that hard over the internet to hack into all of them at the same time.
John Carlin, author of Dawn of the Code War, says that kind of attack is a serious national security concern.
If you were on scale able to disrupt highway traffic, trucking traffic, that becomes as serious a threat as water or the electric grid. Just think about what one terrorist was able to do with one truck in Nice when they drove the truck into innocent bystanders. If you were able to control a fleet of trucks, the amount of harm that you could cause, but also our cities are relying on trucking day in, day out to get their food in. So once you're able to disrupt on scale, you're going to see whole new sectors that become major national security threats that didn't have this type of attention before.
After this year, most major automakers will stop manufacturing vehicles that aren't equipped with internet access. Ginsburg says that could be a tipping point.
You're going to have a very hard time buying a new car that is not connected to the internet. And I think that creates sort of a critical mass. It's a large, fat, juicy target for people with nefarious intentions.
On the final day of the hacking competition, with Tesla engineers looking on, Team Fluoroacetate successfully breached the car's web browser, writing a message on the car's dashboard display screen that said "Pwned by Fluoroacetate."
You never know what's possible with the genius minds that we have here.
Tesla promised to release a software update to fix the vulnerability, and said in a statement, quote, "Our goal is to ensure that all Tesla owners constantly benefit from the brightest minds in the global community, and we thank everyone who participated in the Model 3 category at Pwn to Own." While Team Fluoroacetate got to drive off in a brand new, albeit hacked, Model 3, with only a few months to prepare, no team at this year's contest was able to take home the biggest prize of $250,000 for hacking the Tesla's Central Hub or autopilot feature. But Ginsburg says in the penetrate and patch trade, there's always next year.
This was just a browser attack. I say just, making it sound like it's a simple thing. It's not. But it could be the first step towards a more sophisticated attack. If we're expecting this for next year and people have more time to prepare, who knows? We may see a lot of interesting things.